the enemy on him. Saul couldn't see David was there for his good. Some people can't see that you're there for their good in your life. Some people can't see that you're there for their benefit, that you're there for their advantage, and that's why they keep stopping you. That's why they keep talking bad about you. They don't see you there to bless them. They don't see you there to bless them. They don't see you there to bless them. Come on, I wish I was talking to some real folks up in here. That's why God said it to Abraham in Genesis 1:23. I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse those who curse you. Let me give you point number one in this about a good relationship. Never, ever, ever start a relationship without hearing from the Lord. I said never, ever, 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 ever start a relationship without hearing from the Lord. Notice, if you will, the hand of God was off Saul. The enemy was causing Saul to go after David's life. He tried every trick in the Bible. Notice, if you will, he agreed upon the reward. For whoever killed Goliath was supposed to get his older daughter Miriam's hand in marriage. In those days, notice that there was called a dowry for getting a woman's hand in marriage. A dowry was to be paid to her father. It was to serve two purposes. It was to serve the purpose that the father was losing a worker, and it was to serve the second purpose in case y'all break up. They gave it to the father up front. They gave it to the father up front. Spirit of the living God, fall fresh on me. First, it was sort of an insurance. It was sort of a, you know. Now, Saul put a dowry of 100 foreskins on the life of his daughter Miriam. And David saw that. Now, David knew that he had to go out in battle in order to protect what God had told him. But David did not go after Miriam. David knew from the Lord that that wasn't the one from him. Sometimes you will have to be still and let God tell you who you should and who you should be with. Saul tried the next trick. He tried offering Miriam's hand to Abner in marriage, hoping that it would anger David, hoping it would cause David to turn from God's eye. Notice, if you will, David did not fall from that trick. David came up with some gibberish like, I'm not good enough for your daughter, Saul. This was the same David that was anointed. This was the same David that took down Goliath. This was the same David that told us we ought to bless the Lord at all times. This was the same Simon who told us the Lord was our shepherd. We shall not want. This was the same David who said, creating me a clean heart and renewing me a right spirit. This is the same David who led the children of Israel. This is the same David. And now David is saying, I'm not worthy to be with your daughter Miriam, because David had heard from the Lord. It wasn't his oldest daughter that loved him. It was his youngest daughter, Michal. I said it wasn't his oldest daughter, Miriam, that loved him. It was his youngest daughter, Michal. David went after Michal because David heard from the Lord that his hand was on him. Notice, if you will, point number two. Make sure that the person that you're with is willing to do more than the average. Make sure the person that you're with is willing to do more than the average. Notice, if you will, Saul put a dowry of 100 foreskins on the head of his daughter Michal. But David knew that she loved him. David knew that she cared about him, and David was willing to do more than the average. Don't ever settle for somebody giving you your mediocre. Don't ever settle for somebody doing something for you pretty good. Don't ever settle for somebody doing something for you ordinary. Make sure they're willing to do the extraordinary. The Bible says that Saul put on her head 100 foreskins, but David brought back 2 foreskins. I said David brought back 2 foreskins. He was willing to do more than just the ordinary for her life. Once again, an evil spirit came against Saul, and he attempted to take David's life. And this caused David to escape in the midnight hour. The Bible historians will tell you that it was this night excursion that caused the psalmist to pen Psalms 59, who says, deliver from me my enemies, O God. Protect me from those who rise up against me. On my strength I will sing praises to you, O God. You are my fortress. You are my living God. Point number 3, always get in a relationship with somebody who knows how to keep a vow and a commitment. Always get in a relationship with somebody somebody who knows how to keep a vow and a commitment. Michael was put in a tough spot. Here she was, caught in between her father and her husband, but she knew that she had took a vow to cherish or obey to death do them part. The Bible says that Saul sent men to the house twice, and both times they was turned back until he went in himself and said, Michael, you are my daughter. What in the ham sandwich are you doing?